Hello, online therapist. Jonathan Van Vegan here from the Online Therapist Academy. I think we're rocking and rolling. I think we're recording, so I'm going to get right into it. I'm coming to you on day 2 of my 30-day video challenge. Now, if you haven't heard about the 30-day video challenge, I'm going to introduce it to you right now. It's a content creation challenge for you as a therapist to connect with future clients. Now, what that means is, and pay attention here, because it doesn't really matter if you have an online practice that you're trying to promote or if you got a brick and mortar practice or whether you're on insurance panels. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your business model is. The point of this challenge is that it's about creating a connection with your clients. So it's a 30-day video challenge in which every single day for an entire month, for 30 days, you create a video and you put it up onto some social media platform, whether that's YouTube, whether that's Facebook, whether that's a Facebook story, it's Instagram or Instagram stories, IGTV, it doesn't matter where you put it. But the point is that you are getting into content creation mode rather than content consumption mode. And that is what I want you to do. Now, before I dive even further into it, I'm just gonna say that this is my second video of my brand new channel. So if you haven't yet, I'm gonna ask you to hit like, drop me a comment down below, and definitely subscribe to this channel because I've got a lot of wonderful plans, amazing plans for the channel. I've got some amazing people we're going to be interviewing for a podcast that's going to help you grow your online business if you're an online therapist, or you could be a brick and mortar therapist looking to get into the online world and get into marketing and really want to understand what's the best way to promote my business. How can I see the forest through the trees and start building a practice? Well, you're going to want to hit subscribe to these videos because it's going to, and definitely hit the notification bell because you're going to get updated when new videos and new stuff comes out. So the reason why we start a 30-day content creation challenge like the 30-day video challenge is that we've got to flip the 80-20 principle on its head. So right now, I'm sure most of you are consuming 80% of social media and only creating 20%. And when I'm talking about creating social media, you know, it's quite likely that it's in a more passive way. It's liking, it's hitting the heart button on an Instagram feed or an Instagram post. That's kind of a passive way. You're gonna need to do that about 1,000 times before you get a nibble back. And I promise you, it's not an effective way to fill your marketing pipeline. The better way is to switch into content creation mode. And there's a couple of ways that you can do that. So 2 that I can think of, and I'm sure there's a ton more. One is to create a bunch of content, i.e. videos, or post on Instagram, or write a blog post. It doesn't really matter what it is. I just find that videos and the video format is an excellent opportunity to showcase who we are as clinicians, our language of change, our theoretical models, who we work with, the biggest problems we solve. We can ask our clients to take calls to action. We can tell them to subscribe to our own YouTube channel or to hit notifications on our Instagram feed. It doesn't matter, but it gives us an opportunity for our future clients to hear our voice. And if they're not hearing our voice, it is infinitely harder to get them to convert from cold traffic on your website. We don't have the social proof. We don't have the big marketing engine behind our platform or whatever our product or service is like some of the other big companies. So when a client is coming to your website, they don't know you, and you have no more social proof than the next therapist in your state or in your city. So that is why we get engaged and start producing content in video format, because it gives people the opportunity to talk to us, and that is what we want to do. We want to start a conversation. So that is one reason. The other way that's one way to create content. The second way to create content is to go beyond that passive liking and hearting and happy facing and all the other little micro efforts, which are good in relationships and good in a lot of other areas in our lives, which you guys all know the benefits of micro efforts, but they're not necessarily good in social media because we don't stand out from the crowd. Everyone is liking your potential followers' posts. Everyone is sending a happy face or just a really quick short comment. What you're going to do instead is you're going to get really thoughtful with your comment. You're going to go deep with your comment, and you're going to connect with your comment when you reach out to someone on their posts, on their videos. You're going to watch the video and you're going to comment, and you're going to try and start a conversation and say, you know what, that was really fantastic the way you did that. I really like what you're talking about here. Or can you share that fantastic recipe, because I'm struggling with the same thing with my own family. So whatever it is, however you comment, just make it a thoughtful meaningful comment to the person and their post. And you got to remember that most of our clients and our future clients, they're not getting thousands of comments on each one of their posts or each one of their feeds or whatever they're putting out there, an Instagram story or a Facebook story. They're only getting very few comments. So when you give them a thoughtful comment, you're reaching out and you're connecting with them. So videos are going to allow you to flip the content creation and consumption on its head. So rather than consuming 80%, you're going to produce and create 80%, and you're only going to consume 20%. So you're going to scale back all that kind of that busy work that you're doing, just liking and commenting, because it's really not an effective way to grow your therapy practice. That being said, if you like what we're talking about when it comes to things like the 30-day video challenge, I'm going to urge you guys to head over to the Facebook group, the Online Therapist Academy. Join the group. If you're coming to this video from the Online Therapist Academy Facebook group, thank you very much for following me over to this platform. This is our space as therapists, whether you're a brick and mortar therapist or whether you're an online therapist, for us to connect with one another, to get tips, to get advice. The fact of the matter is, all our online activities help drive our business. Some things are just more effective than others. And because we have a community of people involved and joining the Online Therapist Academy, we have fellow therapists that could tell us, this worked for me, or this was a great blog post, or this was a really good topic. We get encouragement, we get peer mentorship, we can ask questions, we can reach out. That is how we will build social proof. That is how we will gain authority in our niche, and that is how we're going to grow our individual practices. And it's always been my mission at the Online Therapist Academy, it's always been my dream to help therapists build an independent online therapy practice. Whether it's a therapy practice, I also offer high ticket coaching as well, which I'm very successful. It's actually driving more and more. The high ticket method drives more of my income than my regular psychotherapy practice does, but that's a whole different topic. But whatever you choose to do, because we band together and we can lean on each other and get support for each other to build our private practice and get the skills that we need to grow our marketing machine and to get better at what we do and connect with more and more clients, that is how we will maintain a successful independent private practice. And that's always been my dream, is for you to have an independent private practice where no one comes between you and your client. You can ask your full fee, whether that's $100 an hour, $200 an hour, whether that's $4,000 for your coaching program. It doesn't matter, but you should be in the driver's seat, not some of the big companies, and I won't name them because we all know who they are, and we all know they only pay $10 for 1,000 words written on some text messaging apps. Now, if anyone sees value in jumping into bed with those organizations and corporations, have at her. I'm not here to judge, but what I am saying is that there is a different way. There is a way to promote yourself, to build your business, and start creating the business of your dreams. And this may come as a shocker. It is incredibly rewarding to reach out and connect with your clients. Personally, I notice when I'm not making videos on the daily, I feel like a day's gone by and I'm down that day. If I'm really brutally honest, I'm borderline depressed, and I can't feel good about myself if I haven't reached out and either put something on Instagram, put something on Facebook. And I don't diagnose myself. I'm sure half you guys could diagnose me for something, but I just love what I do. I love being able to get behind or in front of a camera. I love being able to talk to people, to reach out and help people. And a day is just not complete if I'm not doing that. And so when I'm doing that, it's so rewarding for me to be able to connect with my clients, to connect with my therapist clients, to connect with my regular therapy clients. I just enjoy what I do. And you'll find that as you get into and get through the 30-day video challenge and you start relating and connecting with your clients, you get so much out of it. They like what you put out. And I've got an Instagram training coming up that I'm preparing right now. Then I'm going to splash all over the Facebook group. I'll splash it all over Instagram and onto this channel, invite you guys to participate. But one of the great things is when you post stuff on Instagram, for example, and a client says, you've changed my day, man, that feels good. And that we get to do that for free. Our clients get that for free. And I know that's not a business model that's going to pay our rent, doing things for free. But you know what does happen is they refer people to us, or they become a client themselves, and they fall into either our high ticket coaching program or our high ticket therapy practice. And that is what it's all about. It's about building financial abundance and helping people at the same time. And those are not swear words, and they can go together just like they're an and both situation. It doesn't have to be an either or. So I really encourage you guys to think about that a little bit more. The next thing I wanted to talk about today is, basically, well, I kind of gave you the backstory as to why I started the Online Therapist Academy, which was to help other therapists. But now my personal story, so a year and a half ago, my wife and I sold everything. We took our two wonderful girls and we decided to do this online thing. We decided to become digital nomads. I thought I had a fantastic transferable skill that I could do this anywhere, especially since it was 2018 and, who we can do online therapy. Well, silly me, I've never been one to jump on panels or to get with an EAP provider. And very quickly, I noticed my income drop from 6 figures a year to quickly about $400 a month. That was a little over a year ago now, and I can say those were doom and gloomy days when I was making so little and I had 3 extra mouths to feed beyond my own, and here I was not making any money. And so I set out to build this community to learn everything there was about online marketing, especially for a therapy practice, because there's really very, very few resources. I know there's some other great coaches in our space offering advice. We're all part of the same Facebook groups, and I love all those other coaches. You guys do a tremendous job to help our community as well. But the fact is that for psychotherapists, it's a real challenge to learn how to market ourselves online. We don't understand the ethical implications of how we go and ask for referrals. I was hamstrung by my code of ethics. I wasn't allowed to even put testimonials on my website, and these are real challenges when you think of the bigger organizations that use testimonials and advertise on Facebook. Compared to me, I wasn't allowed to use a testimonial on my website. So really, we all know in the internet marketing world that testimonials are super powerful. Well, what happens to an independent online therapist when they can't use a testimonial? I mean, we're hamstrung. Our hands are tied. We don't. It's not a level playing field. And so that's what I did. Is I set out to learn online marketing, and I set out to learn how to grow a practice to do just that, to level the playing field for the little guy. And that is why I appeal to you guys to take part in the 30-day challenge, mainly because, and really listen here for a second, the big corporations cannot compete with you. They cannot, oh, that was my degree falling off the wall. Anyway, the big corporations cannot compete with you. And the reason why they can't compete with you is that because you offer personalization. You can connect with your clients. And that is a big, big draw for a lot of people. Clients that are going to an EAP program, or they're going to one of the big telehealth providers in the States or in Canada, they're getting matched with their therapist. And really, to be honest, I don't know anyone, this is 2018. This isn't the early 1900s where we had arranged marriages and whatnot. We live in a world of choice, and our clients can choose us. They can choose to pick us as their therapist. They don't need to get matched with us. We're not on eHarmony. Now, a little side note, that is eHarmony is how I met my wife. So matching can do a good job. And I'm not disparaging those big companies, but I just think that we live in a world where our clients can consume us, they can consume who we are, and they can choose to connect with us. Now, one of the plans I have for this channel is we'll follow down that process of how we take someone who's reaching out and touching us, a potential client, and how we convert them from comment to client. And I like that term because it's one I feel like I've coined myself in my own brain. Maybe that's my ego there. But how do you take someone from comment to client? And there's a method to that madness, and it's just breaking down a formula and being very systematic about it, and bringing that potential lead into, that cold traffic into a lead, and then from a lead into your ecosystem, and from your ecosystem into being a client. And once you learn that strategy, it becomes so infinitely easy to start attracting the right kind of clients that want to work with you. So that's what I did, and that's what I set out to learn, and that's what I hope to bring to this channel, the Online Therapist Academy. That's what I hope to bring to the Facebook group, the Online Therapist Academy. The last thing I'll do is another call to action. I'll tell you, invite all your friends, any colleagues, therapists that you know that also you think could benefit from our work, from what we're learning and what we're doing here at the Online Therapist Academy. Do you know a therapist that wants an independent private practice that's online, that's location independent, that's going to give you time freedom? Because if you do, then join the Facebook group, subscribe to the channel, because this is what it's about. It's about us realizing our dreams and having the opportunity to go and travel and see the world and not be hamstrung because we can't put a testimonial on our website. It just isn't fair. And so we've got to learn some of the skills and the strategies to get out there and do just that, level that playing field. That's about it. The last thing I'm going to say is just I'm going to challenge you guys to pick up the 30-day video challenge. If you have any questions about the 30-day challenge, video challenge, where to start, what type of content to use, I've really got some great tips for that. And I'm going to publish more and more of that on this channel. You want to be funny, you want to maybe be self-deprecating. You know, we all have our own style. I'm extremely verbose. You're probably thinking, wow, this is like 15 minutes of wasted time in my life. Jonathan, you should have just been more succinct and said all this in about 5. So but you know what? People do like you, and they're going to buy you, and they're going to come to you. And that is what you bring to your channel, whether it's a Facebook channel or a YouTube channel, whether that's your Facebook page or whether that's your Instagram stories. I love Instagram. It's a great way. It's a very easy way to connect. So pick up the 30-day challenge and let your personality shine. Each and every single one of us therapists can do this. Each and every one of us can be successful. Each and every one of us appeals to a certain group of people. It's just our task to put ourselves out there and attract those people. It's just like fishing. It's really not that difficult. And you know what? It's a lot of fun when you start interacting with the people that really want to hear from you and that you're changing their life. So get out there, promote yourself. So, before I end off, if you have any questions, comments, you want to DM me, PM me, you want to jump on a call, I offer therapists all the time to jump on a call with me. It's absolutely free. I don't try to sell people. Sometimes I do if someone's coming to me because they want to learn more about high ticket coaching. I'm happy to talk to them about the program I offer. If not, if they just have a question or a comment, I'm more than happy to help out because I've done it. I've done this for the last year and a half, and I've learned that it can be challenging. It can be really hard to level that playing field and see the forest through the trees. So if you have a question, hit me up with the DM, drop a comment down here below this video. Head over to the Online Therapist Academy Facebook group. Come talk to us or interact with us there. Thank you so much, guys. Don't be afraid to promote yourself. Don't be afraid to pick up the 30-day video challenge. I know you'll smash it out of the park. You're going to be fantastic at it. So thank you so much, guys. And I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye.